now me and Elliot are going to go on a drive so we can kind of hear and feel the RS5 and talk about it a little bit. He's an expert of all Audis, and it'll be kind of interesting to hear his perspective of the RS5. So let's start it up. Alright, so this is Elliot.
Hello.
He is our salesman and expert on all things Audi. Tell us a little bit about the RS5 and just the platform in general.
So the platform itself is what the B9A4 is from. It's an MLB platform, so they build many different cars on this. What they do differently in this car is, number one, it's a Sportback. So you do have that hatch.
In the back, the headroom is pretty great. It's not bad at all. I'm 6'1" and I fit fine. Like, it was okay.
You have the trunk too behind it, so if you have to carry a lot with you, we have cyclists fold the seats flat. They can put a bicycle in here. You can't do that in the RS3 or the TTRS.
No, it's kind of the best option until the RS6.
That will be an Avant, which will be the best ever.
Yeah,
so that will be a full wagon, not an all-road, no plastic, straight up an actual wagon that Europeans will be in America, and you can thank Scott Keogh for that. Yeah. It is a 2.9 twin turbo V6. We started with Porsche when we developed this. It was a joint venture between Porsche and Audi. If you were to go over to Porsche and ask for a Macan, the twin turbo V6 would be the engine in the sportiest version of the Macan. Typically what you see is Audi would get something from Porsche. But Audi, for a very long time, not anymore because we're going mostly battery in the future. But this was where technology for VWAG came from. Virtual cockpit, driver's assistance package. Carbon ceramic brakes would have started at Porsche, but you're not necessarily going to see your carbon ceramic brakes on a car under $100,000 at Porsche. So if you look at it, the TFSI, the turbo fuel stratified injection, to make our cars into RSs, you don't have to do much more than basically give it a better turbo that can make more boost, harden all of the internals. So sometimes you'll see performance cars from brands where they just threw a turbo on something and then you hear about them exploding at 100,000 miles.
These are built to last.
They're built to last. So this isn't just something. Now, obviously, you can take it on the track, but you wouldn't consider it a track car. Otherwise, it wouldn't have a panoramic sunroof. It wouldn't have massaging seats.
It has everything that you would want every day.
It's a street car with track parts. It fits 5. It doesn't fit 4. That middle seat is an actual seat.
So the RS7 only fits 4.
Only fit 4. The new RS7 coming out should be a 5-seater.
Okay, so this is 5-seaters and has 444
horsepower and 443 foot-pounds.
So it's no slouch. This is a performance car that you can use every single day. And you can drive in the snow, in really whatever, and it just go. You can put your stuff in the back, put your kids in the back, and just drive it all the time.
Absolutely. They do write the software that powers the all-wheel drive because there are no locking differentials in this car. It is digitally controlled. So the wheel speed sensors tell the transmission, hey, this wheel is going slightly faster than it should in relation to the other 3. Automatically, it will adjust the speed of that individual wheel so that you are not going to slide due to a loss of traction there.
That's super cool.
It has 120 computer processors just for that purpose. You are going to see this car think for you while you're driving. And on the A4, that's all tuned just for snow. The profile for the computer program on this is performance.
So what mode are we in right now?
This is the sport mode. So
so this is dynamic. So it feels a little stiff, but not too stiff. So I could definitely drive this every day like this. I'd probably drive in dynamic mode most of the time. And it's a stiff feeling car, but it's not
gonna break your lower back.
Exactly. It's not like something where
I have friends that have GTIs. They have Mark 6s. They slam the car. They put coilovers on it. It handles great.
It's not that.
You're not stuck sitting with your back hurting thinking I have another hour to get home in this car. And then it's good for that half hour where you're auto crossing on a Sunday. Yeah. This isn't the car that you have to live with during the week to autocross on a Sunday.
Yeah.
This is the car that you can autocross on a Sunday and win.
And it would probably do pretty well.
These are forged and milled aluminum wheels on it. So it's also a car that if you hit a pothole with this, they didn't skimp to get to it.
Yeah.
They spent the money. It does reflect in the window sticker. It's $90,000.
Yeah.
You can go to Dodge in the 60s and get 707 horsepower.
Yeah.
And I'm only at 444.
Not why you get this.
That's not what this car's about.
No.
This car is all out a muscle car. It's just a muscle car with a brain.
Yeah.
It's doing everything that you want your car, that you think, I want it to be loud, I want it to be fast.
Do you get the Audi quality? You have this like awesome center console, you have the virtual cockpit, you have that like just nice, tight, small steering wheel, which is super nice.
The steering wheel doesn't rip, it doesn't tear, it just flows into where you're most gripping it.
So what about the competitors? What would be some of the competitors? The C63?
The C63 AMG, not the C43. The C43 would be more along the lines of our S4.
Okay.
The S5 Sportback. This is going up against the C63. Now, we might have a performance version of this come out in the future, as we did with the RS7 Performance and the S8 Plus.
Okay,
so you can expect that 444 to go up, but you can expect...
Probably what, lower 500s?
Lower 500s, possibly mid 500s if they want to get crazy.
Yeah. So it'd be like a baby RS7.
A baby RS7.
Not even a baby at that point.
This would be a baby RS7 right here.
So just a little bit smaller version
of the RS7 Performance. Mercedes does all-wheel drive, but their 4MATIC isn't the first thought when they designed that car. The C-Class wasn't designed from day one to be all-wheel drive. They had all-wheel drive in mind. It's adapted to all-wheel drive. This being built from day one with all-wheel drive means that in the sport variant, you can put a better all-wheel drive system in here. BMW on their new 550, it started with that.
Even just the downshift I heard just there sounds
awesome. The gurgle?
It's so nice. I'm a big fan of like little pops and crackles, so it's just super cool to hear that in like a four-door sedan.
A four-door sedan with a roof.
With a roof, yeah.
When you get outside, the valve on the exhaust is visible from the outside. So when you go from drive to sport in the transmission, you'll hear that. Drive.
Yep.
Sport. And it actually opens up.
We're at a red light. Can we hear this car a little bit? Oh, yeah. So he'll put it in the sport modes and everything. All right. Yeah. So I don't know if you can hear that on camera, but it sounds really, really good. It sounds great. It has all the burbles you would want and everything of, well, maybe not quite a V8, but it sounds almost there. The fact that 444 horsepower is in this, so many people and just kind of the way of the times don't look at that as a lot. But I was just trying to explain how much that actually is. Like, that's insane. This is putting up numbers that are like faster than a Ferrari F430, faster than a Gallardo, faster than all these cars that like were idolized.
In a four-door. In a four-door. It's like they were hiding something from us.
It's insane. Thank you very much, Elliot, for... This is all because of him. Just the idea that I can come around here and look at these cool cars is awesome. So thank you very much. And if anyone needs a car or is interested in any Audi or Cochran brand at all, what brands do you guys have?
We have Subaru, we have Hyundai, Kia, Ford, Chevrolet now.
Any brand at
Toyota.
all, contact Elliot. I'm going to put his info
Volkswagen.
And his dealer's info in the link below. But just give him a call. Talk to him about anything you're looking at. And they have a bunch of used cars also. So it's... Honestly, any car you're looking at, he can help you out. So thank you again, and we'll see if we can do some more cars in the future.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Griffin.